back to Leadership U. Today we're going to be learning about, just going to recap a little and learn some more skills of a good leader. So up here I've got the recap here. It says skills we have learned. So my earlier Leadership U videos for summer camps were about a few skills that good leaders should possess. So these are what we've hit already. These are what we've done. We've done empathy, vision and purpose, honesty and integrity, communication and compassion. And I think we hit a little bit of motivation and organization, but I put those down here just because I think they're important. So right here there's a question for you. What are some skills you see as an important skill in a good leader? So here at the bottom I have for you to share what you think. Answer that question in the comments and share what you think some good leadership skills are, besides what the ones we've hit, but you can mention those too. And you will get a prize in your next bag that goes out for summer camps. So we're going to talk about these down here. We've got more skills to learn, okay? First is delegation. A good leader knows how to delegate to his employees, his or her followers, and he knows how to give out those jobs and tasks appropriately. Problem solving. A good leader can solve any problem that's thrown their way. And that doesn't have to be a problem in school. It doesn't have to be a known problem. It can be a problem in a higher-up CEO, as a higher-up CEO. There's a lot of problems in the world, and leaders face those daily. So a good leader is good at problem solving. Active listening. A good leader listens actively. You can sit there and you can listen to somebody and not hear a word they're saying. And I know you've done it before. You don't have to say you haven't, but you ever sit in class at school and the teacher sounds like the teacher off Charlie Brown? Womp, 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 you know? Sometimes you have to actively listen, and that's what a good leader does. A good leader actively listens to his employees, his or her followers. A good leader hears what you're saying and puts what you're saying into good use for him or herself. Open-mindedness. Open-mindedness. That is a very big skill for any leader to possess, because you cannot be closed-minded and lead a group of people. If you're closed-minded, you don't see outside of a little box. So you see inside this little square here, you see your little group of people, but you can't reach out of that and expand and openly grow yourself and your group. You have to be open-minded about things. And that's not just for a leader, that's for a person just going through life. Be open-minded and be open to try new things. Influence. So a good leader will influence his followers or his or her employees, whoever, in a good way. That doesn't mean they influence you to do bad things. That means they influence you to grow, influence you to try harder, influence you to work harder, influence you to do good things to help them and help your all's group grow and succeed. Perspective. Perspective is a big thing for anybody. The way you see something has a lot to do with it. The angle you see something from has a lot to do with it. So if I'm over here and I see Miss Sierra and Miss Jill out in the game room and they're swinging punches in the air. Okay, if I'm sitting here, I might see Miss Sierra and it look like she's hitting Miss Jill's face. But if I'm on the other side, it may just look like they're hitting in the air. So perspective and how you see it physically and how you see something emotionally and mentally matters. So that was an example of physical perspective. Mental and emotional perspective is, for example, setting a goal and how you see yourself and your group achieving that goal. Your perspective on that can change the outcome of the goal. Organization. It's very good, and I think we hit a little bit of organization and motivation, and I think maybe a little bit of problem solving, but they're important enough to go over again. So organization, it's very important for a person in life, and a leader in life, and a follower in life to be organized. If you don't know where things are, if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't know what you're going after, if you're not organized in the fact that you're a leader, and you're leading a group of people, then you're going to be everywhere. It's going to be chaos. And nobody wants a chaotic leader and an unorganized leader who doesn't know what he does with anything. And the last but not least is motivation. Like I said, I think we hit a little bit of this, and I talked about it in a previous Leadership U video a little bit. But motivation is a very important skill for a leader to have, because you don't go to a person, you don't follow a person for them to put you down. You don't follow a person for them not to be able to tell you you're doing your best. You don't follow a person for them not to motivate you. You want their motivation. You want their pep talks. You want them to say, you're doing great, keep up the good work. You want their motivation. If they're not a motivator, they're not a leader. So I hope you guys learned a little bit more about these skills, and I hope you remember these, but just go over them real quick. Empathy, like I talked about in a previous video with mentoring, I think, and actually kid video, the skills that kids can teach us in leadership. Empathy is just empathizing with someone, feeling how they feel, being able to get on their level and see as they see and hug them or take care of them in that scenario. Vision and purpose, and like I did with the vision boards, it's very important for a leader to have a vision and a purpose for what he's doing with his group or where he's taking his group. If a good leader doesn't have a vision, if a good leader doesn't see that purpose for him and his followers, then they will not succeed. That will not be successful. Honesty and integrity, like I talked about with the kid video and the mentor video, it's very important for a leader to be honest with his followers. It's very important for a leader to show integrity and courage. So, if you have a leader that's not honest, you would not want to follow somebody that's lying to you. You want somebody to be honest, and you want them to be trustworthy. Communication. It's a very big deal for a leader and just a person in life to be able to communicate with you and communicate with you well. Not just talking like I'm talking to you guys over the video, but being able to carry out a conversation about what's going on. Being able to communicate to you what's next, what's the next steps in their plan to get you guys to success. And then compassion, that kind of goes along with empathy a little bit. But you can have compassion for somebody. You can care about them. And a leader actually cares. There's people that pretend they care, but a leader is supposed to actually have compassion. They're supposed to actually care. So remember, you guys put in the comments on this video on our Facebook page, or message one of the staff members on Facebook. You can message me. My name on Facebook is Christopher Brown. You can message Miss Melanie, whoever. Tell us what some good skills you think there are for a good leader to possess. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time on Leadership U. Bye, guys.